सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।
Namaskar, good evening, a very warm welcome to all of you. I am Nupukul Shri joining you today on our special session Sahyog, and you are watching this session live on eVidya channel number 6 to 12, and you may also stream this session live on our YouTube channel ncertofficial. All our Sahyog sessions are brought to you by MANODARPAN, an initiative of the Ministry of Education as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan for providing psychological support to teachers, parents and students across the country. And today we are going to talk about something really important. Yes, we will talk about developing good skills, and to know more about this topic, I would like to invite Professor Rajesh Kumar Saha, Department of Education, RIE, Mysuru, NCERT. Welcome to the session, sir. Good evening.
Thank you.
And I would also like to invite Dr. Madhuparna Bhattacharya, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Kolkata College, University of North Bengal. Welcome to the session, ma'am.
Thank you.
So dear viewers, if you have any query related to our topic, if you want to ask any question to our experts, feel free to call us on this number 8800440559, and also you can call on this number 844-844-0632, and you can also mail your queries to sahyog.ncert@cit.nic.in. So if you want to improve your grades without spending more time studying, you can always do that by developing good skills. And today in this session we will talk about how we can do that. So to start this conversation, I would like to know, why is it important to develop good habits, good study habits? Sir, why do we need to develop study skills?
Okay. The purpose of our life is growth.
Right.
And we grow through our education. Vivekananda told that education is the manifestation of perfection already in man. Education by which we manifest our possibilities. So we learn, we read to know. But the problem is that some are very fast in learning. They learn many things, and they learn and they assimilate the concept in their brain, in their schema, long-term memory. And some people who learn and forget. The problem is that if we fail to develop a proper study skill, then the learning outcome is going to be affected and it is minimized. So it is very important, and if we are able to develop proper study skill, then what is going to happen? Our learning outcome will be more. Our reflective level of thinking, reflective abstraction, means we learn to know something, but how we are applying our knowledge, our concepts in real life situation, it matters. And through the process of learning, the growth inside, my decision making ability, my prediction, my all energy, where I have to put all my energy, what will be our strategy, everything depends on our self-realizations. That also is related to our wiseness, and that is very much related with our study skill. And now the problem is that some people learn to have good marks in the exam. But if we do not have purpose in life, if we lack proper motivation in learning, in study, then we definitely lack study skills. So how motivation is going to affect our study skill and learning outcome? it has been proved in the research that intense motivation inculcate enormous energy. If you are less motivated, your positive energy will be less. Motivation direct your attention to a particular specific goal, goal directed behavior. Your goal directedness depend on your motivations. Motivation influences your cognitive functioning skills. So if you are not motivated, naturally your study skill is going to be affected. So before teaching or learning, we have to motivate our learner and we have to motivate ourselves. So how we are motivated if our purpose is not related to our needs, our psychological needs, then we are not motivated. If our purpose is not related with our instinctive impulse, spontaneous instinctive impulse, we lose interest, we become fatigued. Our goal, our purpose has to be aligned with our instinctive impulse. So motivation plays a very key role, key psychological variable for study skill and attitude also. We have to have a very positive attitude towards life, towards whatever we are doing, learning, everything. The problem is that we sometimes are confused in our long-term consideration with short-term consideration. We want to have everything in quick, very easily. But if we fail to enjoy the process, the learning outcome cannot be greater. So attitude, proper attitude, motivation, and obviously some cognitive factors which plays a very important role. Now in the research it has been found that neurotransmitter is also playing different role, but I am not going into that. But metacognitive ability plays very important role. So we have to develop that. We have to develop that. What is metacognitive ability? That is, metacognition is think about your thinking. When you are learning, you should have a control over your cognitive process. When you are thinking, you should have a proper control over that. Proper control means whatever you are thinking, you can organize your thought in a proper psychological order. It is coming with a very systematic way, and you are not digressing. When you are reading, you are not digressing. So it is very much related with also our concentration level, with our focus. So what is concentration? So concentration is very important for us, and also focus. So how we get concentrated? Sometimes we deal everything with brain, but my suggestions, and it is proved by different theories and research that emotion is also a very important part of your learning process. That is why emotional intelligence and the theories are becoming very popular. So emotion can facilitate your thoughts. If you are very much passionate about anything, if you are very emotionally attached with anything, naturally your concentration level increases. So that is why in our national education policy, it has been suggested that the mother tongue should be the medium of instructions. When we learn through our mother tongue, when we learn in the context of culture and community, we identify ourselves with the concept, and our emotional attachment is much more. You cannot express your emotion in other language properly. You need your mother tongue. That is why the suggestions in national education policy that up to elementary level, we should teach our students through mother tongue. So don't deviate, my students. It is my prayer to you. It is my request to you, whatever instruction you may follow, but don't deviate from your mother tongue. Connected, be rooted in your culture. That is related to your concentration, emotional attachment of the content you are going through. And focus is also very important. Why we lose our focus? Think about that. If I am very much enormous capacity I have, but the task which is given, it is not up to the mark, I feel bored with that. I may lose my focus. On the other hand, if the task is very difficult and I am not competent enough and I do not have the previous knowledge, then I will be in stress, and then also my focus will be distracted. So, what is important in life? We should commensurate our learning objectives, the content, with our ability, our previous knowledge. This is the role of a school and teacher. Give the situation, content, everything according to the learner. Equality does not mean treating each and everyone equally. Equality means treating equally, unequal. So these are very important issues today, because we all know we are going through a very difficult situations. Society is changing, enormous interference of technology in our life. Artificial intelligence is coming, machine learning is coming, everything is changing very fast, very quick, and this disconcerting pace actually creating different types of problem, fiction, tussle, tensions, and we fluctuate our everything, our concentration, motivations, attitude. So, in this crisis situation, we have to be very contented, and we have to know how to keep ourselves intact. So, this is very important, and through self realizations, what you want in life, what is happiness to your life, everything is connected. So, you have a very good philosophy of life, having a very good purpose in life, big purpose in life, and see your immediate goal, aspiration, and your distant goal. You have to be very mature, and our school, our teachers should think about that. This is what I, at the very beginning, I want to say, that to conclude or to summarize, study skill psychologically is very important for learning. Learning means what? Learning means expansion of your cognitive field. Expansion of your cognitive field means you can deal with different difficult situations in life. Whatever you learn, we do not learn only through books. We learn from our life, through our daily experiences, our daily interaction with others, social and cultural process. Thus we learn. But the most important thing is that we have all sense organs. But our learning, our study, skill also related with our use of our sense organ. Think about that. How powerful is our feeling aspects? Touch. A visually challenged boy can
Right.
touch some dots and read
Right.
braille. So, thus powerful is our sense organ. All we have eyes, but how many of us have the ability to observe, examine, and notice? So we have all sense organ if we have the ability to use that sense organ. And the training of our sense organ takes place in nature. That is why Rabindranath Tagore established Shantiniketan in Vishwabharati University, where teacher is teaching under the tree and students are sitting under the tree, some playing with, because the training of our sense organ of perceiving comes from nature. We perceive through our sense organ, and through perception our conception develops, and when our conception is clear, our learning outcome is more, our cognitive expansion takes place. So everything is associated. So
Right.
don't think about that I am reading and concentrating only on the topic. No, whatever you do, you have to develop some trait, like perfectionist. Whatever you do it with perfection. Our mind is same. You cannot concentrate on one thing and you cannot concentrate on other thing. It should not be selective. It's a training. Whatever you do with concentration. When you are eating, eat with concentration. So if you train yourself in such a way, then everything will be changed, and every system will be more effective. Then
Right.
the learning outcome be exceptional. You can learn. How much book you read, that doesn't matter. How much time you invest, that doesn't matter. The quality of time matters. How you read a book, that matters.
Right.
These
Right,
are.
sir. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, so by developing skills, you will be able to tackle challenging coursework with the confidence, manage your time effectively, and achieve your academic goals. So here, I want to know more about this topic, and here I have a question to ma'am. Ma'am, to improve study skills, what strategies should be applied during reading?
As Sir said, that study skills are the skills that enable us to study and learn more effectively. And for effective study, we need the listening skill, reading skill, writing skill, and the skill to explain the things to others. So reading skill is very important. Now, during studying, we do not read every materials in the same way. Like for a newspaper, instruction material, textbook, novel, we follow different methods for different purposes. So we have to practice different types of reading techniques. Now, mainly two types of readings are there. One is speed reading and another is careful or intensive reading. Speed reading means when we have to read a large amount of data within a short period of time. So we will not fix on each and every word. We can use a ruler or edge of a pen to go through the lines, and it will help us to concentrate. So speed reading is of two types. One is skimming and another is scanning. Skimming means getting the generalized idea, the main thing, the main idea out of the large amount of content. And whereas scanning is when we are trying to find out a special information or a specific information like the bold text or heading like this. And intensive reading is required when the detailed understanding and analysis of each word is required. So we will practice these different types of reading for different purposes. Now please go to the next slide, ma'am. Okay. Now during reading, we have to follow few techniques so that we can remember what we have already read. These techniques are called mnemonics. We, from our childhood, we usually followed counting of days of months by using our knuckles, right? Like January, February, March, in this way. So these are the techniques by which we can easily memorize things. So
Right.
here are some examples like acrostics, where we use sequence of letters to remember a concept. For our solar planets, their names and sequence, we can use this. My very excellent mother just served us noodles, where M for Mercury, V for Venus, E for Earth, N for Mars, J for Jupiter, S for Saturn, U for Uranus, and N for Neptune. So we can make this type of acrostic to remember things. We can use acronyms also. Acronyms are the combination of letters that can be pronounced as a single word. Like in case of mathematics, we all know the Bodmer's rule, the bracket, order, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. There are many more examples, like in case of biology, cell division. The phases, we can remember it like IPMAT, the interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and like this. So we have to create acronyms. Then we can use analogies. Analogies means the comparison between two unlike things, like camera and the human eye, because both of them function similarly. So we have to create this mnemonics to understand and to remember things. So we can use our imagination and the concept of association and location to create this mnemonics.
Right, right.
Please go to the next slide, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, during reading from a book, we can follow one of these techniques, PQRST or SQ3R. PQRST is little easier, where P represents preview, means skimming out of the large amount of data, skimming the generalized idea out of large amount of data. Question means students will formulate questions, probable questions. Then R for read, read and reread the topic to get the clear vision. Then summary, that is summarizing the whole concept. And finally testing, that is self-evaluation by answering that formulated question. For higher classes students, SQ3R will be more relevant, where S is for survey, that is skimming over the heading, subheading, the chart, the images, graph, everything to get the general idea. And then the question, but this question is not like the previous one, it should be the reflective question. Why I am reading this topic? What is the purpose of my reading? What do I already know? What do I want to know? Could I relate this new information with my real life experiences? What is interesting in this new information? So we have to ask this question during reading.
Right.
Then next is 3 R's: read, recall, and review, where we have to read and then we have to recall it by revision, by recitation, and explaining it to others. And finally, review, we have to cross check that we are not missing any important information from this.
Right. So, ma'am, students learn from their textbooks, reference books, and online material and their class notes. So, how do they summarize? For effective studies, how informations will be summarized?
Yes. When we are learning from different sources, summarization or condensation is very important. Please go to the next slide, ma'am. Okay, so we can use several techniques for this summarization or condensation. We can use keywords. Keywords are the single word or the small phrases that unlocks a large amount of data. So it should be highlighted. We can use colored pencil or marker to highlight the keywords. We can make some tree diagrams for organizational chart, for family tree, or for cause-effect relationship. So where every branches represent the possible outcome. And then we can create spider diagram where the central idea or the main theme will be on the center and spatial distribution of the associated ideas will be there. We can create some mind maps. This is little bit informal, where we will put the central theme at the center of a page and we will create branches that will present the sub themes or associated ideas. We can also use the concept map, where we will show the relationship or association between different ideas, words, images in a single area or single page. So the large amount of data will be presented in a specific area, and this will help us also for meaningful learning.
Right. Right, ma'am. So you can practice all these things, and this will help you to achieve and score good marks in classroom, right, in your class. And sir, any message would you like to give to conclude this topic?
Yes, I just want to say that we have to select the time when my mind, my concentration, everything, my psychological well-being, and I am very fresh, which is the time. This is the very early morning. So to develop your proper body learning skill or study skill, so you have to be early riser. Try to optimize the time of morning, one thing. Second thing, everything, our concentration level, our body functioning depends on our good food habits, our water level, our homeostasis. So everything is connected to one another. So your concentration level depends on what you eat. If you are addicted to Coca-Cola, addicted to fast food, packet food, it is going to affect your digestive system. If your digestive system is not working, then acidity, different types of problem can create a problem in your concentration level. Another thing is that please go to sleep, and before sleep you take your dinner 2 or 3 hours early, because after taking dinner, if you go to sleep, what will happen? Your brain is sleeping but your digestive system is working, so there is no sound sleep. For complete rest of your body needs, everything should be in a sleep mode. So eat, if you eat 3 hours ago and then you go to sleep, then everything will be in sleep mode. Stop using a digital device at least 1 hour before your sleep. Because when you are using your mobile, your brain is unrest. So sleep means you have to
Right.
go to that mode. And always remember,
Yes.
quality matters. Quality
Right.
of deep sleep matters. Quality of concentration matters. So everything is connected. Your life skill is related to your study skill. Understood? Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today. And thank you so much for engaging us in this insightful conversation. So now you understand that good studying skills, I'm sorry. So good study skills are like a superpower. They help you learn faster, remember more, and you can do good in your class and to feel more confident in class. So now it's time for me to say goodbye. Before I go, I would like to invite you to join us tomorrow from 3:30 to 5 p.m. for an exciting program on digital creativity, AI skills, PDFs, and the Gen AI Assistant presented by NCERT and Adobe India. I'm Nupurkul Shresht signing off. You take care. Namaskar.
सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।
Welcome to the future of productivity. Working with PDFs and using generative AI assistant. Creating a smarter, more efficient work. Join us for the groundbreaking online training this Thursday, July 4th from 3:30 to 5 p.m. Watch it live on the NCERT Events YouTube channel and DTH channel number 14. Working with PDFs and using generative AI assistant.